is Ostuni, and welcome to a very special video. I wanted to do this because I have been neglecting to actually make this kind of video for a little while, and what it is it is a thank you video. Thank you to 150 and now 51 subscribers. Thank you all so much. I can't believe that it seems like back in December, I think, we actually hit 50, and now we're at 150. So I think we're actually growing pretty quickly. Now I wanted to give you guys a little bit of info about what to expect in a couple of areas of the channel in the future. And one of those things in particular is Warframe, because I've noticed that my content for Warframe is actually being received pretty well. So I plan to continue it, and I'll probably share some of my builds and everything like that. But I also have a big idea for a show I think you guys would really like. And essentially, what it is it's a competition between me and a couple of friends. And basically, it revolves around Baro Ki'Teer, and occasionally it will revolve around Plaque. And I'm still getting the rules for this kind of ironed out, and so be looking forward to that pretty quickly. I think it's a pretty interesting concept. It's basically like a Warframe game show, and the concept of it basically is that, or like the central concept of it is, anybody can win, because you never know exactly what you're going for as far as to succeed. So basically, it should be pretty interesting to watch. Now, I don't know how I'm going to set it up. I don't know if it'll be just me doing this. Like, you'll only be able to do it through my screen, or see it through my screen, or if I will leave that to the other fellow content creators and players to give their perspective. I think that's probably what I'm going to do. Like, if somebody else joins me in this, like certain content creators, they can always offer up their perspective of an episode and everything like that. But overall, it's going to be really interesting to see. And yeah, so look forward to that. Look forward to a couple of build videos. I don't have a whole lot of spectacular, just, oh my god, look at this combination of shit. But I mean, I think there's a few builds I could do that people might want to actually see, and that they might be interested in. I know the Inaros one is pretty good, just because of situations like this that I'm in. And in case you guys don't know what I'm going for in this, this is a derelict survival. So basically what I'm doing is I'm trying to get Octavia. So we are going to be doing that for the entirety of this video. We're going to see if we can get the Octavia Neuroptics to drop. And yeah, so while I'm doing that, I'll also discuss some other things that you guys can kind of look forward to in the future. Let's see, I'm definitely going to be doing any story-based content that I can manage to record, which means you may actually see some older content, like as far as quests go, in videos, because I don't think I've done Nidus' quest, so I might actually wind up doing something like that. Let's see, I got a new player that's actually going to be joining pretty soon, who is also a content creator, so me and him may partner up for some stuff as far as covering that. But yeah, a lot more Warframe. I've really gotten back into this game, and I really like it. I got tons of stuff I always need to level. I can even do weapon specific videos if you guys are kind of curious about that, because I mean I have a very big collection of weapons and equally so as much a big collection of Warframes. However, I tend to build weapons a little bit more, I don't know, complexly or more paying attention to them because I don't have the corrupted mods for Warframes. So that's kind of why you see very basic builds with me. Like I have Streamline, Prime Flow, and stuff like that. I don't have a whole lot of other things. Like I think the only corrupted mod that I really have for a Warframe is Narrow-Minded, and that's for a Chroma build, and I may actually cover that now that I think about it, because oh no! I fucked that up. Oh gosh. I failed. Wait. I failed? That's weird. Ah, well. It's whatever. I can still continue this video on. I just need to pay a little bit closer attention to everything. It's difficult whenever you're talking to an audience and actually doing this shit. But, yeah, that's some of the stuff for Warframe. For those of you who are wondering about other content that I wind up doing on a pretty regular basis, Xenoverse 2 modding, I want to do it. It's just, I need to get a good little bundle of stuff as far as mods and everything like that going. I have an idea for one, but I just need for the creator of this particular mod pack to actually do a certain update to it that I'm interested in. So expect more of that coming along the way. I know that another DLC is more than likely now, so that may be coming too. Who knows? As far as the whole, because I know that there are a lot of people that have opinions on this, and if you have an opinion about it, that's cool. But I'm gonna pretty much lay it down like this. I'll probably be playing Dragon Ball FighterZ. I don't know if I'm going to get into the beta or not. I doubt it. But I will be playing it whenever it comes out. The likelihood of me playing it on the channel will increase if there's enough offline gameplay modes to really, like, fill up time. Or enough of a story mode, because I will cover a story mode in a fighting game. I did it with Injustice, and I pretty much did it with Tekken, but I didn't want to ruin everything, so I just kind of, you know, covered a good bit of it, and now I'm on Treasure Battles, which anybody who's a fan of Tekken 7, I will probably be doing some Treasure Battles here at some point. Within this weekend, actually. I still have a few characters I want to play as before I go into my regular rotation of I lose a fight and then I have to actually switch. But yeah, I'm going to show you guys some gameplay of me playing as some of my favorite fighters before I really start getting into that kind of thing. Let's see. I want to do more discussion videos, but I'm kind of wondering, like, kind of debating on how to do it. If I should do it in this kind of format where I'm also doing shit at the same time, like as far as playing an actual game at the same time, or whether I should record stuff and then put my commentary over it, which, I mean, like, I see the utility in that, but at the same time, I mean, I don't know. I kind of like the, I kind of like doing it this way, just because, I mean, stuff can happen in the middle of it that's kind of interesting, and I can kind of commentate about that, too. And plus, it, gives me a little bit more talking time, you know. May generate a funny moment or two, or create a hectic moment, you know what I'm saying? Let's see. what else is there to really talk about? Oh yeah, let's see. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite is a game I'm going to be covering as soon as it comes out, for one. I want to do South Park and the Fractured Butthole whenever that comes out. I'm not, like, I'm pretty sure it's been, like, delayed, though, a pretty good bit, hasn't it? I'm pretty sure. But, like, as far as other games and everything like that, like, don't worry, I've got plenty of plans for that. It's just I need to refresh myself on exactly when everything is coming out, because I've kind of let that slip. An example of that, though, is actually Splatoon 2. Because I completely spaced and forgot that Splatoon 2 even came out this month. Which, you guys may see this actually the day that I do it, which is on the tail end of July.
That should keep you going for a
So, yeah, I didn't even know that Splatoon 2 had come out. So, like, I'm kinda in that middle ground where, like, I don't know if I really want to do it, but on the other hand, I'm like, dude, you already have a fucking Nintendo Switch. You might as well do it. Speaking of which, if anybody has any suggestions for Nintendo Switch games that they would like me to try and cover for whatever reason... Ooh, that's interesting. Let's go ahead and... Alright, cool. Got one thing for Durkin Orler.
I've delivered another life support capsule.
Alright, let's go ahead and get that supply capsule. For those of you who were actually wondering, I'm gonna actually let you in on a couple of little things, behind the scenes things, as to how much content I could pop out for Warframe, just for build videos alone.
Extraction is ready.
I have every
Our operative is making
Warframe,
progress. This will help
or at
our
least
cause.
its Prime version, besides Trinity, Octavia, and let's see, who else was it? Banshee Prime. Yeah, I don't have Banshee. But every other Warframe I do have. It's just like, I don't get... Oh, never mind, I don't want to go that way. I want to fight. But it's just one of those things where I think a lot of the weapon layout combinations are more interesting than, like, the actual mods I put on my Warframes in general. But that's just me. Because, I mean, like I said, I do not have a bunch of the complex, quote-unquote, essential mods. Like, I don't have a good majority of the corrupted
Transference
mods.
still holding.
So, yeah. Let's see. I think it goes without saying that as soon as the
I've delivered another life
oh
support
jeez,
capsule.
this is getting hectic.
Tenno, extraction is ready.
Well, I don't want to extract
That
quite
should
yet.
keep you going for a while.
I want to actually, you know, fucking kick ass and shoot bubblegum and do cool stuff. Let's see. And for those of you who are wondering about the Nauros that I'm using right now, what's different about him is, one, I decided to actually get a Cyandana that fits the theme of him being based on Jet Hootie from Zone of the Enders. So yeah, I got the little jetpack Cyandana, the futuristic looking one from Tennogen. And the other thing is that he now has the Redeemer Gunblade, and I thought I would try that because I thought about it and I was just like, I never really had Life Strike whenever I had the Redeemer, so I was wondering how it would kind of perform, and so far it is not disappointing. I can assure you of that. Yes. Oh shit. Alright, let's go ahead and get up here and get our Life support. Is that it? Ah, shit, I gotta...
Additional life support
Oh.
has arrived.
God damn it, Lotus. Why you gotta do that? The only reason I really don't want to go more in depth about the actual game show kind of thing that I'm kind of putting together is because I don't want to announce the rules and then not have anything come of it, and then somebody else is like, well, you know what, I'll just fucking do it since he never did anything. It's like, no. Like, even mentioning it now, like, is kind of premature, because that's the thing about YouTubers, is that we tend to make promises that we can't really keep. I know I'm guilty of this, so I'm not saying that I'm better than other YouTubers, but, like, it's because I think Rich from Review Tech USA actually mentioned this pretty well, is that we can pretty much make our own schedules as we go. And it doesn't feel like a job, but at the same time, like, if you want to be successful at it, like I want to be, it has to be. It really does. And I know I have missed upload dates and everything like that, but I was gonna say, if you guys really like my stuff, follow me on Facebook, because if I do updates, like saying that I'm going to not be able to upload, you will hear from it there first, and you will figure out why why I'm not able to upload from there first. And it's usually not even really a good reason, to be honest. Like, it's mainly because, like, I make a big batch of recording, and it kind of just runs out, and I'm really tired after work. But I mean, who doesn't have some of those things? So yeah, that's pretty much about that. So follow me on Facebook if you want to ever know why I'm not uploading for whatever reason. Sometimes it is a technical issue, like I posted on Facebook whenever I was doing my PC upgrade that I was going to be down for probably a day or two because of that, and then it turned into closer to a week because I had to get the computer checked out because I thought something was really messed up with hooking up everything. Apparently it wasn't, but I got a benchmark kind of test out of it. So I mean, it's cool. It's whatever. So far, I'm liking the Gunblade for a couple of reasons. One, because it can actually take out a number of enemies around it. But I do now see the utility of the polearm that I used to use, because it could, like, I could walk and, like, slash run with it and, like, mow down enemies with it, while with the Gunblade, with the Redeemer, I'm not getting as much movement across the ground as I'm doing these combos, so pretty much I have to wait for the enemies to kind of get around me, and I can't just move into crowds as I see them. And that's the thing about survival, is I'm pretty sure the life support is generated as you defeat a lot of enemies. Maybe it's just because I'm still not quite used to getting around with this yet. But the Redeemer still is a good weapon, and it's actually particularly useful for certain stealth frames. Like Ivara, it's really useful because you can shoot the projectile, and it doesn't actually make a sound, so that's pretty good. If you put the augment for Loki's invisibility ability, kind of catchy. Invisibility ability. Motherfucker killed, yeah. But if you do that, then once again, the shotgun blast won't make any sound, making this a really useful weapon. But then again, at the same time, you could also kind of say, like, you could just as easily just use, like, a shotgun and a blade. But I mean, why do that when you can mix the two together? That's what Warframe's all about. Crazy ass fucking weapons. I mean, we got a heat scythe chain of death. I mean, what are you gonna say about that? It's like, well, I could just use a flamethrower and then a chain whip weapon. It's like, shut up. No, you don't. You don't have to anymore because you can combine the two. Stop being a party pooper. Or I'm gonna poop all over you. How about that? You like that? I bet you don't like that. I was gonna say, speaking of other games, I mentioned a little bit ago, I am still gonna be going through the Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy because I like it, and I can mix it up in a way that makes me not bored of any single one game. For those of you who don't know, I do play Crash Bandicoot on the channel, the Insane Trilogy, and what I do is, after each boss, I switch games. So I'll do, like for instance, I just recently finished Papu Papu on Crash Bandicoot 1, the first boss, so I'll be going back into Crash 2 to do the second boss, because I started on Crash 2. And the reason I did that is because I have the fondest memories of Crash 2. So yeah, that's why I do that. I'm not doing a completionist run on it, I'm just going to be playing through the games though. But if it catches on and everything like that enough, I might try to do it, because the games are a lot harder than they were back in the day, so that might be interesting. And I really need to hurry up and get a... I know. Oh.
You are running out of time. Consider extraction.
Oh, shit. Okay.
We will all share in this bounty.
Hold on.
Hold out as long as you can.
Okay. And... Alright, gonna get it.
Life support activated.
Alright. I'm gonna say, like, this is actually a better representation of Inaros' survivability. And I do see one big utility with this particular weapon layout, especially with the Redeemer. Now the thing is about the Redeemer is it doesn't travel around, like it doesn't have a lot of foot traffic as far as like getting around the map and everything like that, but it does have one thing. It does have the shotgun blast itself, which can hit a lot of people and restore a lot of health with Life Strike. So I will give it that. If you are not worried so much about that, I would still recommend a polearm, but I still think that this is pretty cool regardless. I think I'll be using the Redeemer for a little bit for Inaros. The thing about how I do Warframe loadouts too is I do them by Warframe, and I don't really change their weapons. So like the loadout that you see on Inaros, save for the polearm that I had, doesn't change according to situation. I just go in with what I have, and that's mainly to make each Warframe layout feel unique. And like for instance, Hydroid, he hardly ever changes, except like he changed bows a couple of times, like actual bow and arrow, like not bow as in bow prime and everything like that. That's never changed. But yeah, that's how I kind of do it. Actually, that's an interesting question of the day. Question of the day. As far as layouts go, do you guys do it by Warframe and then rarely change the weapons? Or do you have a different style for actually doing your loadouts for Warframe? Let me know in the comments below. I would like to know both sides of it. Like I said, in my opinion, the way I do it gives a little life and personality to each Warframe. But yeah, I think that'd be kind of an interesting little question. Now I'm getting kind of off track, so whatever. But hey, we only got about, how much more time do we actually have? I can't quite see because of the way I got my screen laid out. Okay, we got 8. Okay, we're at 18 minutes, that's cool. But it's definitely more than that in the video since I failed on that one occasion. I'm actually doing pretty good though, to be honest. Alright, time to go with some guns. I want to shoot some stuff. Yeah! Gotta love those Syndicate procs. I really liked the Syndicate proc whenever I was using the Rakka Cernos, for Hydroid. That was pretty fun. But it was one of those little things to where the aura that came off of the aura that would come off a Hydroid would be red, and his energy color is green. So that was kind of a little bit of a turn-off for me. But as soon as I saw Cernos Prime, I was like, "Oh, cool, Cernos!" And then as soon as I saw that it actually does like the multi-shot like Ivara's bow, I was just like, "Fuck yeah!" All right, but we're about to be at an end here. Let's see if today's the day on my 150 subscriber rambling ass video. If today's the day where I actually get Octavia's Neuroptic piece. And if that's the case, I may actually have a video in store for whenever I complete her. Which that probably won't come for a little bit though. Aw, damn, that was an Axie B2 relic, I believe that I actually got. So, no Octavia for now, but I will continue to try and get it as time goes on. But, no offense to anyone who really likes her, she's not a priority, she just happens to be a frame that I don't have. So, that. But that's going to be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope to continue growing as a channel. More Warframe content, more content from other games. Xenoverse 2 with modding will be back at some point. I just need to get a big bunch of content to do over the span of a couple of days. More fighting game stuff is coming too, from Tekken 7, from Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite whenever that comes out. Dragon Ball FighterZ, not sure if I'm getting into the beta, but I will do the game upon its release. And also a big thing for Warframe, almost a game show for Warframe is in production on my end, and hopefully I could tell you guys a little bit about that soon, and maybe even have a first episode ready for you. So, question of the day, once again, how do you handle your loadouts for Warframe? Do you center them around a Warframe and then give them pretty much a fixed, like, bunch of weapons? Or do you do something a little bit different? Or do you really even have, like, dedicated loadouts? So let me know in the comments below. Thank you for 150 subscribers. Hope to get many more in the future. Thank you guys so much. You guys make it all happen. This is Ostuni, signing off.